Guess what, Robert? It's time for a new number.
Are you ready, Nick?
Yep.
Let's have it. This is the Buckeye Cable System tote board.
Total for
Ladies,
the first night here. And let's, guys, we've only been at this for
73.
3.5 hours.
606. And we still have that 29 cents.
That's right. 29 cents.
Everybody who's made that number move tonight.
That is terrific. $273,000, 606. Amazing.
And we're halfway through.
And we're only halfway through.
That's what
right.
we've done on this Saturday night. Thanks what you have done.
But we can't always prevent accidents for our kids, and sometimes we have to put our children's very lives in the hands of others. I met one family who was able to turn tragedy into triumph with the help of Children's Miracle Network and Mercy Children's Hospital. It's not unusual for the Beemer house to be full of teenagers. 16-year-old Samantha loves to be surrounded by her friends and even little brother Nick.
Good job, Nick.
But 8 months ago, Sam's mom and dad weren't sure they'd ever see her like this again after a car accident left her fighting to survive.
Well, actually, I was in the press box on Friday night at a football game, and the principal and the police officer came up and told me I had to leave, that they needed to talk to me.
His next comment was, she was in an accident and she's been life-flighted to the hospital. So I turned around and I said, can you tell me how she is? And he looked at me and just paused for a second, and he said, you need to leave now.
I mean, we were just praying that she would be alive.
Sam was alive, but barely. She was unconscious, had numerous internal injuries, and had suffered a terrible brain trauma. Doctors at Mercy Children's Hospital told the Beemers to prepare for the worst.
She's going to be vented, vegetative state. That is what could happen. I prepared for it, but I never believed it.
For weeks, Sam's family and friends stayed by her bed around the clock, surrounding her with conversation and love, praying she would regain consciousness. Then one day, Sam opened her eyes.
When she did wake up, would she know me? Would she know who she was? Would she know her brother? And that was when she did wake up and gave the thumbs up, and I leaned over to her and I said, do you know me? And she gave a thumbs up.
Doctors at Mercy Children's Hospital had delivered a miracle, but Sam had a long road ahead if she was going to walk and talk again. The rehab was difficult, made easier by friends who never let Sam forget how much she was missed. Sam was a homecoming princess. Her date brought her crown to the hospital. The athletic teams at school all wore bracelets in honor of Sam, and there was no shortage of cards and posters.
My room was the most colorful room they said that they've ever had in the hospital, because there were so many posters and cards, and people were always in there bringing me stuff. When I got home, and I had 3 bags of cards to open.
Now, 8 months later, there are few reminders that Sam was ever critically hurt. Her care and recovery has inspired everyone who knows Sam.
But it's just like I have like a new outlook on life, that anything can happen in the blink of an eye, and just to be more careful of what you're doing.
I mean, I always knew, but how lucky we are to have a daughter of that caliber, that much courage.
She's a miracle.
She truly is a miracle.
I have absolutely no doubt that she is a miracle. And I am eternally grateful to the Mercy people. And I will never be able to communicate to them that what they do day in and day out to help people like us, it's amazing to me. They are amazing, amazing people.
One of our miracle stories, and I have the Beemer family here with me, and also Ann from Mercy Children's Hospital. We're going to talk to her in just a moment. But Sam, I want to ask you, because you don't remember the accident that happened to you, but you certainly remember a lot of the care that was given to you once you did wake up from your situation. So tell me a little bit about what that meant to you, to know that you could count on those people at Mercy.
Well, at Mercy, it wasn't just a hospital. They really cared for what I really wanted to do. Like Ann over there, she painted my nails and my toenails, and she was really, really good to me. She watched Jersey Shore with me, doing whatever I wanted to do.
I'm sorry, Ann, that you had to watch Jersey. No, I'm teasing. And Libby, tell me, a little bit as a mom, because you were hearing the worst. I mean, the doctors had to keep you aware of what was possible with Sam's brain injury. They weren't sure what the outcome was going to be, and yet you always had that sense of hope while you were there with her.
I did. I prepared for what they were telling me, and it was a situation where we processed all of that, but I knew in my heart that that was not going to be her outcome, and with the prayers and support and the Mercy family, she's here today.
It's really amazing. And, Bob, he's a big, tough football player guy over here, football coach, and this really affected you. I mean, you teared up when we talked about this because of the possibility. And I think any parent, we don't expect something like that to happen to our child.
No, I think, I like to tell a lot of people, I hope that no child ever has to go through what our daughter had to go through, or no parent ever has to experience something like that. Unfortunately, it does happen. We never thought it would happen to us, and we're just so thankful to Children's Mercy Hospital for their help and their support.
It has been great, and we want to get little brother Nick in here too, because Nick, this was a long road for you too, because your parents were away at the hospital with Sam a lot, and you had to kind of juggle your schedule too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we have Nick in here too, and I want to get Ann in here also, because Ann, we've talked a lot over the past 3.5 hours about Mercy, and that it's not just the medical care that the people there receive, but it is also the special touches like painting finger and toenails for these kids. What does it mean to you to be a nurse there? And it really seems like a calling.
It is. I mean, all through nursing school, I never thought I wanted to work with kids, just because it's hard to see sometimes, but we go that extra mile when we can to do that little extra things for them, do things for the family, because it's not just about the children, it's family-centered care at Mercy as well.
Yeah, because they need a lot of support also, and both Bob and Libby told me that you guys were there for them just as much as you were for Sam.
Right. That's definitely what we try to do. We try to support the parents, the siblings, as much as we can, because it's a great ordeal for them to go through as well.
Okay, well, we are so happy to have you here as part of our presentation. And Sam, we talked a little bit about how, when you get kind of a second chance at life, you don't want to waste it, and you want to use it to do something special. And Sam wants to be a voice for other kids that may be in this situation, other families. And I understand you even brought a check for the telethon today.
I did. It is for $450 of money that I had donated to me and my family, and we want to give it to Mercy Children's Hospital for all that they've done.
That is so awesome. Let's have a round of applause for the Beemer family. Not only are they sharing their story, but they're sharing their experience and passing it along to others so that others can understand how important it is for us to have these services available. And thank you for being here. And the Beemer family, we're just so happy to have you. Sam, we're so happy that you're here with us here still today. I mean, 8 months ago this was. It's pretty amazing to look at her and think that that was just 8 months ago, isn't it, Libby?
It seems like a lifetime ago, but it's gone by so quickly. And to see her where she's at now is... it's a miracle. It really is.
We truly think she is a miracle child. It has been really an amazing journey for us to get to know the staff members and the families that are affected by Mercy Children's Hospital. And Dr. Mead loves her job, loves Mercy Children's, and she wanted to tell each of you why her job is so awesome and why working with children rocks. And she also wants to share all the other fun things that go on at Mercy Children's. Did I hear something about popsicle races?